Walmart wants to invest in more small businesses located within the US. Now, you may be going, what does that even matter? Well, if you've been living under a rock, we have tariffs, okay? And these are fees that are imposed on any products that are imported. And according to a lot of people, Walmart imports a crap ton of their products. In reality, 60% of Walmart's US suppliers are small businesses, okay? And so we're talking about not mega corporations, not Tide, not Colgate. They're actually small businesses, okay? And more than 2/3 of the total product spend is on items that are made, grown, or assembled in the United States,
That's
okay?
nice.
So
Yeah.
there were some estimates that 80% of Walmart products were imported, and that's not correct, okay? It is about 33%, but 66% is actually made here in the US, which is great because I feel like Walmart had kind of seen the writing on the wall. Okay. And plus, over the last 10 years, there's been a lot of talk about buying made in America or just buying less made in China.
Right.
Okay. Now, if you go to Walmart's website, you will see third party sellers and resellers. And a lot of that stuff does come from China. But when you're in store at Walmart, just know that about 2/3 of the store is actually from the US, which makes sense when you think about, the US grows its own rice.
Yeah.
We do make wheat products. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the food that you see in a Walmart grocery store is actually made here in the US. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not unfathomable. But one step that Walmart is doing to maybe even grow that number more is they're starting a new program that is called Grow With Us, but they've spelled it kind of like US, like grow with the US. So it's
Yeah.
kind of a double entendre there. But the new program is designed to provide US small businesses with training, mentorship, and resources that they need to grow with Walmart.
Okay.
Basically, it's a 3-step program where the first step you would go through like a supplier academy, which it's a free, like tailored curriculum to help your small business succeed in US Walmart stores and their online marketplace.
Okay.
Okay. So they're going to teach you everything you need to know. Then the second step is going to be getting discovered. Okay. Basically, businesses are going to showcase their products to Walmart in these different like product discovery opportunities. And part of that is they're actually putting on like open call events all over the US where small businesses and even medium sized businesses can pitch their shelf ready products to Walmart as well as Sam's Club to get their products sold in the US. Now, in the
Cool.
past, that was a very selective process, but they're like, nope, we're going to change it. We're going to do open calls. Okay.
Okay.
And then once you go through these open calls, you're going to move to the next step, which is a mentorship, which basically they're going to select participants and they're going to be matched with mentors to help them navigate the retail landscape. Because if you're a small or medium, supplier, and maybe you've only dealt with traditional grocery stores, their supply chain is a lot different than a Walmart is.
Yeah.
Okay. And trust me, most of the time, if you can get your product in Walmart, you can then get it into every national retailer.
Oh,
Like a
for
lot
sure.
of times you'll see stuff where it'll say exclusively at Walmart or only available at Walmart. And then within a few years, all of a sudden it's hitting the Albertsons and the Krogers and the Whole Foods and all that stuff. Now, the last thing, which I find really interesting, is financing. So the step 4 is that eligible small businesses can apply for financial support through Walmart's early payment program and their bridge marketplace. So most people don't know this, but every Walmart gets a certain percentage of the profit of their store that has to be spent locally towards nonprofits.
Okay.
Okay. And so I feel like this is kind of going along that same line where a certain percentage of their profits overall is going to go towards investing in these small businesses.
Right.
So, I mean, when you think about Walmart, how big they are, how much profit they make, I think it's actually kind of cool that they are willing to not only invest their money, but their time and their resources to get more US small and medium sized businesses into their stores.
No,
And
I
then they don't have to rely on importing as much, especially the kind of crap kind of stuff that doesn't last very long. It's not well built. It's
for
very
sure.
cheap, but it's not necessarily quality products.
Yeah.
And so I was like, wow, this is really, really cool. Well, come to find out, this is not the first version of this program.
Okay.
Okay. Walmart has actually previously done this exact same program in India and Mexico
Oh
because they
wow.
have stores in both of those countries. So if your store is in India, it would make sense that you would have goods made in India in your stores.
Yeah.
And
I
how else
mean,
do you get that? You invest in manufacturers that are in India. Same thing with Mexico.
well,
Now, these open call events that I mentioned, they're starting soon. Like at the end of June, they're going to be starting. And so you can go to, like, if you have a small or medium business and you're interested in this, you can just go search online, Grow With Us Walmart, and you'll get like this list of dates and stuff. But I thought this was actually really cool because Walmart gets such a bad rap, but I don't hear any other major retailers putting their money where their mouth is and investing in US manufacturers and product makers.
no, I agree. And I mean, it's smart in a lot of ways just because when you're supporting your infrastructure, you're supporting the people around you. Like it cuts down on shipping costs, it's a good practice all across the board to,
Well, and think about how much data Walmart has about what sells at their stores.
yeah,
And if they're going to pair you up with a mentor, and that mentor can say, hey, we know that the last 5 summers, our customers tend to purchase blue bathing suits, and you
yeah,
don't have a blue bathing suit. You might want to go that route. I think this is brilliant because you know that Walmart has a lot of data because they know what to offer their customers. Like, very rarely do you see products on Walmart shelves that don't sell. Like,
right.
they curate a good amount, especially on like seasonal stuff. Like they have a pretty good idea of what's going to be, trending,
Yeah,
and they offer it, because I can tell you that especially during like Christmas time, when you're looking at like their holiday decorations and stuff, what they put out typically ends up being very trending items. And
yeah,
how did they know that? Because they have data, and these are the items they selected 9, 12 months ago. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, they didn't just decide in July, hey, we need, extra sparkly gold butterfly ornaments. You know what I mean? Like, they actually decided that a year prior,
yeah,
and then it just happened to be that sparkly gold butterflies was trending. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
so
Some of it you can predict, some of it is just a crapshoot, in all honesty. But
yeah.
when it comes to stuff, when the trend shifts unexpectedly, like that's where your local businesses can fill the void oftentimes.
And typically small businesses, they can pivot a whole lot quicker.
Yeah.
Okay. So if Walmart's data starts showing that orange is the new hot color, they can tell all of their local US suppliers, hey, we need products in orange. And
Yep.
then they can manufacture it a whole lot quicker than when you think about products made overseas that have to be imported. I'm just saying, I really think this is a brilliant idea. And think about how much product Walmart goes through, how
Yeah.
much they sell. I mean, I think it's good. So let us know down below. Are you surprised that Walmart is starting this program where they're basically going to teach and nurture suppliers to basically manufacture products for their store that are made or grown or assembled in the US? Let us know your thoughts down below.